Hello everyone, this is the end of term 3 revision for grade 8 math. In this video, we're gonna start reviewing chapter 11. Let's start with the first question. It says the table shows the average point scored per game by an NBA player in the first 10 seasons of his career. Construct a scatter plot of the data. So first, we have to graph the coordinate plane. This is the x-axis, and here is the y-axis. And now we're gonna label them. We usually choose the x-axis for the independent variable, which is the season number, and we're gonna choose the y for the dependent variable, which is average points per game. So here we're gonna write season, and for the y-axis we're gonna write average points scored per game. And we can give a title for this graph. We can write the name of the player, or we can just write basketball player. Okay, now for the x values, we have the minimum here is 1 and the maximum is 10. So this region, we're gonna divide it from 1 to 10. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And for the y values, the minimum value we have is 22 and the maximum is 35 or 37. So this region should fit the maximum, which is 37. So what I'm going to do, I will skip count to 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. That's it. Now we're gonna start locating the points. The first point at x equal to 1 and y equal to 28.2. X equal to 1 and y is 28.2, so it's somewhere here. Okay. Next point at 2 and 22.7. 2 with 22.7. The third point, 3 with 37.1. 3 with 37. 37 will be somewhere in here. The fourth point, 4 with 35. 4 with 35, exactly here. The fifth point at 5 with 32. 32. And the next point, 6 with 33. 6 with 33, it will be here. The seventh point at 7 with 31. 7 with 31. And then 8 with 30. Next point, 9 with 32. And the last point, 10 with 26. 10 with 26. It will be here. Okay, now let's go for the second question. It says that the scatter plot shows the relationship between the number of pieces in a jigsaw puzzle and the number of minutes that are recommended to complete the puzzle. Interpret the scatter plot. So the first thing that we can see from the scatter plot is that as the number of pieces increase, the time also will increase. So this is a positive association. At the beginning, when we had around 200 pieces, the time it took to finish the puzzle less than 100 minutes. But if we increase the number of pieces, like 800, the time also will increase. for around 300 minutes. So we're gonna write as the number of pieces increases, time will increase. So also we're gonna say that it's a positive linear association. Positive and linear association. Also we can say that there is no outliers. Outliers mean out of the pattern. Like if we have a point here, we can say that this is an outlier because it's far from the rest of the points, out of the pattern. But here in this question, we don't have any outliers. And we can say also that we have one cluster. There is one cluster. Cluster means a collection of points where are they very close to each other. Like here in this region, we have some points are very close to each other. So this is a cluster. Okay, now for this question, also we're gonna interpret the graph. It shows that there is no relationship or no association. If the points are making a pattern like this, where if we draw the line best fit, it will look like this, where the line is going upward. If you imagine yourself going from left to right, the line will be going upward. We say that this is a positive association, where as one variable increase, the other one will also increase. But if we have points where they are making a pattern like this, and if we graph the line best fit, it will look something like this. And also again, if you imagine yourself going from left to right, this will choose a negative association. So as one variable increase, the other one will decrease. But here in this equation, it shows no relationship or no association. Okay, now we're gonna see which best represent this graph. We're gonna look for no association. This option shows no association. So this is the correct answer. Let's go for the next question. For this question, the table shows the relationship between the number of days school missed by a student and their semester grades. Interpret a scatter plot representing the data. Okay, so here if we tried to graph the line best fit somewhere in the middle, where we're gonna have the number of points above is equal to the number of points below, it will be something like this. I will try to make it better. Okay, it's something like this. So as we can see, if the number of days increase, the grade will decrease. So this is a negative association. As we can see here, if one day is missed, the grade will be 95. But if we increase the number of days missed, like taking 11 days missed by a student, the grade will be between 65 and 70. So we can say that first as the number of days missed increases, the grade will decrease. So it's a negative association, negative and linear. We have no curve, negative and linear association, and we don't have any outliers, no outliers, and no cluster. For this question they asked me to construct a scatter plot, and then we're gonna draw the line best fit to represent this data. Let's start drawing the coordinate plane. This is the x-axis, and here we're gonna have the y-axis. Now we're gonna label them. For the x-axis we're gonna choose fat to be represented using the x-axis, and we're gonna choose the y-axis to represent the calories. Okay, now for the x-axis the range of data are from 1 to 20, so we're gonna divide this region from 1 to 20. I'm going to skip count of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20, 22. For the y-axis we have values. This is the minimum 200 and the maximum is 385. So we're gonna divide this region, so it's going to fit the numbers from 200 to 385. We are not going to start from 0, so we're gonna put this symbol, which means that we did not start from 0. We can start from 200, for example, and skip count of 20 or 25 until we reach 385. I will skip count of 20, 220, 240, 60, 80, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400, 420. Now let's graph the points. The first point is 1 with 200. Here we have 1 and here we have 200. 6 with 222. 222 is here. 7 with 239, approximately 240. This is 7. 240, it's here. The next point 8 with 274. 274, it's somewhere here. The next point 12 with 338. 12 with 338. No, it's lower than, it's somewhere here. And the next point 18 with 339. 18 with 339, it's here. And the last one 20 with 385. 20 with 385. Now if we want to graph the line best fit, we have to make it in the middle, where the number of points above the line is equal to the number of points below the line. Let's try to do that. Well, it will be something like this. Here, as you can see, we have 4 points below the line and we have 3 points above the line. So it's somewhere in the middle. This is the line best fit. Okay, now let's go for question number 3. For this question, they ask me to use the line best fit to make a conjecture about the number of cups sold if the average temperature is 50 Fahrenheit. So 50 at temperature 50 Fahrenheit, we're going to use the line best fit to find the number of cups sold. It's above 25 and lower than 30. It's approximately 27. So the number of cups sold at temperature 50 is approximately 27 cups. Okay, now let's go for question number 4. Also, we're going to do the same. We're going to use the line best fit to make a conjecture about the shoe size if a boy on the team that is 59 inches tall. So the height is 59. It's somewhere here. The shoe size, it will be between 7 and 8, so it's approximately 7.5. Now let's go for question number 5. It says determine whether or not line of fit is an accurate representation of the relationship between the data. The answer is yes, since it's in the middle and most of the points are laying close to the line. So yes, this model is a good fit.